Hi, second grade. This week's story is found in your Reading Street book on page 296. 296. So go ahead and find that page so that you can follow along in the story with me. Okay, this week's story is called Horace and Morris, but mostly Dolores. And the genre at the bottom of page 296 says it's a fantasy. Fantasy is a make-believe story that could never happen in the real world. What makes this story a fantasy? And just by looking at the picture, I can already tell that this story is a fantasy, something that could never happen in the real world, because I see that these three mice are wearing clothes. And mice don't wear clothes or walk around on 2 feet or ride on top of a cat. But let's listen to this story. The question of the week says, how can we be responsible friends and neighbors? Okay. I'm on page 298. Please follow along with your finger. Horace and Morris, but mostly Dolores, loved adventure. They sailed the 7 sewers. They climbed Mount Everest. They dared to go where no mouse had gone before. Can you already tell that this is a fantasy? Horace and Morris, but mostly Dolores, never said, "This is something we shouldn't do." They said, "This is something we've got to do." And so there was almost nothing they didn't do. Oh my goodness. It looks like they loved adventure. I wonder if they got into any trouble. Let's see. Horace and Morris and Dolores were friends. The greatest of friends. The truest of friends. The now and forever I'm yours sort of friends. And then, one day, Horace and Morris had a decision to make. They didn't want to do anything without Dolores, but, as Horace pointed out, a boy mouse must do what a boy mouse must do. Bet you can't say that 3 times real fast, Dolores said with a smile. Let me see if I can do it. A boy mouse must do what a boy mouse must do. A boy mouse must do what a boy mouse must do. A boy mouse must do what a boy mouse must do. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to try. I'm on page 303. Follow along with your finger. Horace and Morris didn't even try. They didn't even smile. "Goodbye, Dolores," they said. "What kind of a place doesn't allow girls?" Dolores wondered, as she watched her friends step through the door of the Mega Mice Clubhouse. Ooh, read that sign. It says Mega Mice. No girls. And then they spelled it loud wrong, so they scratched it out and they spelled it correctly. Ooh. I wonder how Dolores is feeling right now. How do you feel when you're left out because you're a girl, or maybe because you don't know how to play a sport well like others? Not good. Downhearted, Dolores went on her way, alone. It wasn't long before Dolores had a decision to make. She didn't really want to do anything without Horace and Morris, but she figured a girl mouse must do what a girl mouse must do. She said this aloud 3 times real fast just to prove that she could. A girl mouse must do what a girl mouse must do. A girl mouse must do what a girl mouse must do. A girl mouse must do what a girl mouse must do. I just wanted to say. I'll bet Horace and Morris couldn't do that, she thought. But she wasn't smiling as she stepped through the door of the Cheese Puffs Clubhouse. Day after day, Dolores went to the Cheese Puffs. Day after day, Horace and Morris went to Mega Mice. They missed playing with each other, but as they said, a girl mouse must do what a girl mouse must do. A boy mouse must do what a boy mouse must do. Horace and Morris, and even Dolores, were sure that their friendship would never be the same. But then, one day, Dolores made a different decision. What do you think that decision was? What do you think Dolores was thinking now? "I'm bored," she announced. The other girls stared. That means they looked at her. "Anybody here want to build a fort? How about a rock-a-fort?" The other girls booed. "Okay, forget the cheese. I'm sick of making things out of cheese anyway. Let's go exploring." The other girls gasped. "Phooey," said Dolores. "I quit." "If you quit, then I quit too," a small voice said from the back of the room. Oh my goodness. Look at the little poster that they have in their clubhouse. Today's topic for discussion: how to get a fella using mozzarella. I am on page 308. Use your finger to follow along. Outside, Dolores introduced herself. "I'm Dolores." "I'm Cloris," said the girl. "Now where can we go to have some real fun around here?" Dolores thought and thought. "I've got it," she said at last. "Who wants to go exploring?" It looks like they walked into the Mega Mice Clubhouse for boys. "With girls? Yuck! No way!" "I do." "Me too." "Can I come too, please?" Oh, there are Horace and Morris saying that they want to come. It looks like they've been tied up. Oh my goodness. The 5 friends spent the rest of the day exploring. Cloris and Boris and Horace and Morris, but mostly Dolores. And the next day they built a clubhouse of their own.